Hello everybody, let's start our session. Here is Sommer. So today we are going to start the lesson of Tempranillo in Spain. Our learning outcome is to understand how environmental influences, grape growing options, winemaking options, and bottle aging impact the style and quality of wines made from Tempranillo in Spain. By the end of this session, you will be able to describe the characteristics of the Tempranillo grape variety. Second, identify the key regions of Spain: Rioja, DOCA, Ribera del Duero, and Catalonia. Third, we need to describe how the environmental influences, grape growing options, winemaking options, and bottle aging influence the style and quality of red wines from Rioja. The last, we need to describe and compare the styles and quality of Tempranillo blends from Rioja labeled as Joven, Crianza, Reserva, and Gran Reserva. So, before the lesson, let's do some warm-up. For Eric, in a warm climate, acidity and sugar, which one can be a challenge to the grape?
In my opinion, I think the challenge is for the acidity for the warm climate.
Yeah, you are right. Because in a warm climate, there is not enough time for the grape to gather acidity, right?
Yeah.
Second question for you also. In order to get ideal acidity of the grape, what altitude of vineyard should be considered?
Is me?
Yeah, Eric?
Okay. I think it's a higher altitude of the vineyard should be give the most acidity of the grape for the grape.
You are right. Because in higher altitude, normally we have lower temperature. So for the whole ripening season can be low, right? So we have enough time for the grape to get acidity. So the next question for Vivian. To add a great deal of flavor to the wine, what types of oak barrels should be chosen? Old or new?
I think it must be the new oak barrels.
Right. The new oak barrels can add flavor to the wine. Can you show me some flavors which can be added to the wine from oak maturation?
Spicy, vanilla, and charred wood.
That's great. Okay, so let's begin our lesson. Here, first we need to know is that the grape variety characteristics. Tempranillo. Tempranillo has medium acidity, medium tannin, because normally it planted in moderate and warm climate. In this type of climate, the acidity and tannin will be not so high, and also according to the grape skin level. And Tempranillo has red and black fruit flavor both. And also we need to remember that Tempranillo is a versatile grape that can mix range from dry red wines, from simple, fruity, expensive wine to ripe, complex, and age-worthy wine types. And second grape variety we need to pay attention to in Spain is Garnacha, which we have learned before in France. Its name in France is Grenache. Garnacha we have learned before. It has low to medium tannin, low acidity, high sugar levels, with red fruit and spice flavors. So, in a bottle of Tempranillo blend, such like Tempranillo and Garnacha, Eric, in a Tempranillo and Garnacha blend, which grape variety you think give the blend a good aging potential?
I think gives a good age potential is for the Tempranillo.
Yes, you're right. Because Tempranillo has higher tannin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tannin and acidity can make the wine age potential. For Vivian, which grape variety you think in the blend can make the wine higher alcohol level?
Maybe the Tempranillo.
Tempranillo? You can check here. Which one has higher alcohol level, you think? Higher sugar or lower sugar?
Ganacha have more sugar.
Right. So higher sugar in the grape, which can result in the wine higher level of alcohol, right? So in a blend of Ganacha Tempranillo, if more Ganacha is in the blend, the alcohol level will become higher. So which grape variety can help to soften the overall tannic structure of the blend? Vivian?
Ganacha.
Right. Ganacha has lower tannins compared to Tempranillo. So it can soften the overall tannic structure. And the very important thing is that both Tempranillo and Ganacha are well suited to warm and dry climate, which is in Spain dominated. And in these regions, they share ability to thrive in similar environmental conditions, and it makes them natural partners in the vineyard, allowing winemakers capitalize on the strength of each grape variety. Here, let's come to check the map of the wine region of Tempranillo in Spain. Spain's broad Catalonia, here, Catalonia Dio,
Yeah.
produces high volumes of Tempranillo and Tempranillo-based blends. We can imagine that in such a big region, wine styles and quality should be vary a lot, right? From simple, fruity, and light-bodied to powerful and oak-aged. Amanda, for the wine type simple, fruity, and light-bodied, do you think winemakers will use oak to age this type of wine?
No.
No, yeah, because it's too simple to use the oak. The oak will take over the whole aroma and the body. How about the aging potential for this wine, Amanda?
Should be drunk in use.
You are right. This type of wine normally we drink fresh and early, right? The most Tempranillo-based wine in Spain come from the moderate climate region of Rioja here. Yeah, this is the premium Tempranillo wine region in the northeast Spain. Here, most wines are blended. In the top quality of Rioja, Tempranillo is dominating the ratio of the blending. This wine released after a long time of oak aging. Potential aging ability is also amazing. For Vivian, at higher altitude vineyards in Rioja, we can expect what temperature?
I think maybe a cooler temperature.
You're right. We can have cooler temperature at high altitude. How about the ripening periods?
Should be longer ripening periods.
Exactly. So the resulting wine, how about the acidity of the resulting wine?
It should be higher acidity.
Higher acidity. Exactly. Yeah. The last question for you. To achieve better quality wine, the yielding of the vineyard should be
Must be lower.
right. If we want to get higher quality grape, we need to control the yielding, right? So this is Rioja. And for the last wine region, for Tempranillo, is Ribera del Duero, DO. Very good and outstanding wines can also be found here. Further inland here, you can see. It's far from the sea, right? So it has less effect from the sea. The continental climate provides warm days and cool night, which means big diurnal range. which contribute to ideal concentration of the wine. Here we come to the wine lore and the wine label of Spain. Here is the 4 wine labels. Here, joven. Yeah. Joven in Spanish, which means young in English.
Yeah.
Joven released soon after fermentation. Little to no oak aging. Fresh, fruity, light to medium body, minimum tannin and acidity. Eric,
Yeah.
what type of aroma we can expect from Joven wine?
I think it's primary fruit flavors in the oven.
Exactly, yeah. You can see here, like strawberry, we have red berries. For the second one is Clienta. Clienta must be aged in the oak, which we have to remember that Clienta must be aged in the oak. Balance between fruit and oak, medium body, red and dark fruits, it has balance, has vanilla, spice, moderate tannins and acidity. Vivian, to have more red fruit aroma, what the ratio of Garnacha should be increased or decreased?
I think maybe decreasing.
Decrease?
Yeah.
Do you remember like the characteristics of Tempranillo and Garnacha? Tempranillo, it has black and red flavors.
Yeah.
At the same time, Garnacha is dominating red fruit flavors. Yeah, so yeah, here, if we want to have more red fruit flavors, we need to have more Garnacha in the blend. Yeah. And the Reserva, yeah, this is a very important wine label here. Reserva aged in the oak for longer time. It has complex structure, medium to full body, rich fruit flavors, oak drive notes, higher tannin and acidity, with depth and aging potential. So Eric,
Yeah.
from what kind, from hotter or cooler vineyard you think can we more likely to harvest grape with ideal acidity and tannin?
Harvest the acidity and tannin, I think maybe the cooler place.
Yes, you are right. It's the same theory. In the cooler place, we have longer time for the grape to gather the acidity and the tannin. For the last one, which is the top one in the Spain system, Gran Reserva, aged for further long time in oak. It makes from best quality of grapes, full body, and well integrated tannins, capable of aging for decades. And some of them, it has depth and very good complexity. So for Vivian, during the bottle aging, which types of aroma will increase?
Tertiary flavor.
Tertiary flavors. You are right. Okay, that's all for the Tempranillo chapter here. After the learning, we have to do some reviews here. So, Eric,
Yeah.
can you tell me the tannin level of Tempranillo?
Of course, the tannin level is the medium tannin.
Medium tannin, all right. If a Tempranillo Garnacha blend wine is high in alcohol, which grape can hold more ratio? Eric?
Oh, I think it's hold more ratio is Garnacha.
Yes, we have mentioned that Garnacha has higher sugar level, right? So the resulting wine will have higher alcohol level. For Vivian, after long time maturation, how the texture of tannin will change?
After longer time maturation,
The level of tannin.
the tannin will go higher.
You are right. Yeah. Longer maturation, we have longer time. Let the juice contact the skin of the grape, right? So we can extract more tannin from the grape skin. And the last question, Vivian, Tell us the 4 labeling terms of Spain wine from young to aging.
The first one is the Joven. The second one is the Calienda. The third one is the Reserva. The fourth is the Grand Reserva.
Exactly. That's great. And that's all for the Tempranillo in Spain. Thank you, everybody.